Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now.
The Cinema Arts Center has had many Oscar winners and others, but when we have legends, we're especially exciting. Rita Moreno is an EGOT. She's also the first Latina to win an Oscar. She's also won the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the National Medal for the Arts. This is a living legend. So we're going to be talking with her after we show West Side Story on the big screen, see her electrifying performance as Anita. And when that's finished, we're going to go into the Sky Room reception hall where there'll be live music and, of course, a chance for everyone to get their copy of Rita Moreno's memoir and have it signed and, of course, talk to her one-on-one.
You know, I used to entertain Grandpa in Puerto Rico. He would put on a record and I'd shake my little booty all over the living room and that kind of stuff. And he'd clap in time. And I loved that kind of attention. And, you know, I still do. Googie Gomez, she's a character I invented. Crazy Puerto Rican character who is a singer-dancer who cannot sing or dance. So this is sort of how it goes, a little bit of it. I had a dream about Joe, baby. It's gonna come through, baby. They say that we're through, but, and when I say but, the wig goes back about an inch. Baby, they look swell, they look great. Gonna have the whole well on a play. Yesterday here, yesterday no. Everything coming up on us. The book is really about someone who comes from another country, has a really hard time, and because of that hard time, decides she doesn't want to be who she is. I didn't want to be Puerto Rican. I didn't want to be Latina, because apparently that just made people angry and that they said mean things to me. So I spent a good part of my life trying to avoid that. When I was a little girl, very little girl, you know, I'd hear kids calling me Spick. And, you know, all the things you hear in the movie Garlic Mouth, Pierced Ear. And I didn't even know what they meant because I didn't speak a word of English, but boy, the vitriol with which those words were uttered was unmistakable. And when I eventually learned what those words meant, it was even harder. When I had my my book signing at Barnes & Noble in Manhattan, that was extraordinary. So many people showed up, a lot of Latinos showed up. And you know, I heard a lot of lovely things like el orgullo de Puerto Rico, you know, the pride of Puerto Rico. All over the place, I heard it constantly, and it moved me greatly, and it made me feel really very humble, actually. It made me feel very humble.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes. Very.
I didn't quite hear.
Very beautiful.
My time in Hollywood in those days was really such a hard one. There was so much bias there. If you read the book, you'll know all about that. That I couldn't ever imagine ever being given a role that would give me a nomination, let alone an Oscar. While the Oscars were being televised, there was a sacred silence in El Barrio, Spanish Harlem, and in all of the other Puerto Rican neighborhoods in New York. My people were holding their collective breath. And what an outcry when I won. Rock Hudson called out all the names, and it was, you know, you have no idea what it's like to hear a silent barrio. I mean, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And suddenly when my name was called out, everybody, people went crazy, just screaming, and it was a hot summer night, the windows were all open, and they're yelling at each other. People were literally hanging out of their windows, yelling, "She won! She won! Ganó, se la comió!" But you know, I realize now, after all these years, that what they were really saying, and it's so emotional for me, is we won. We won. I had to find a way eventually to accept myself, and not only accept myself, but love myself. And I do. I think I'm swell now.